Hello everyone, this is chapter 10 problems, and in this part we will solve problems 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So without further ado, let's go to those problems. Alright, so let's move this to the next page. Okay, so in this question, let me just insert a page break. Alright, it doesn't matter, so page break. Okay. Straker Industries estimated its short-run cost using U-shaped average variable cost function. Perfect. So let's take a look. So average variable cost looks like this. Okay, A plus BQ plus CQ raised to the power 2. Total fixed cost. Okay, let's note this here. Total fixed cost is $1,000. We might need it. Okay, so this is the estimation results. Okay, so if you look at here, intercept, which is A hat, here, parameter estimate 43.4. The coefficient estimate of Q, which is B hat, B. And then this is C hat, right? Q raised to the power 2 is coefficient estimate. So if you want to write the average variable cost again, I just love to write everything down. Minus 2.8 Q plus 0.2 Q raised to the power 2. Okay, so after this, before I read the questions, I can actually do a couple of things. I can get the total variable cost here. So remember, average variable cost is total variable cost divided by quantity. So if you want to find total variable cost, it's average variable cost times quantity. Okay, so multiply the whole thing by quantity, you're gonna get 43.4 minus 2.8 Q raised to the power 2 plus 0.2 Q raised to the power 3. You don't need to do any of these. I just love to teach you at the same time, right, while we're working on a question. So I multiplied everything by a Q to get total variable cost. How about SMC, marginal cost? So short-run marginal cost is the first derivative of total variable cost with respect to quantity. So we're going to, folks, guess what? I forgot Q here. Oh my gosh. Okay, 42.4 times Q. There needs to be Q. Thankfully, I saw it. So let's squeeze it in a little better. Times Q minus. Okay, so thankfully I saw it before I continued in the question. So SMC first derivative of this with respect to Q, 43.4 minus first derivative of this item with respect to Q. This 2 comes up front, right? So then it becomes negative 5.62 by 2.8 Q plus 0.2. This 3 comes up front, 0.6 Q raised to the power 2. So this is my marginal cost. I love deriving everything ahead of time. You don't have to, okay? Don't do that. I just love to just write everything down. So what's the question? Cool, the first question was, what's the estimated short-run marginal cost function? We already derived it, 43.4. So it can't be this or this, either B or D. Minus 5.6 Q, this one. Okay, D is the correct answer. Question 15. Refer to table 1, same. At what level of output, so Q is such that average variable cost is at minimum. So let's remember what average variable cost looks like. Quantity, this is the costs in dollars. Average variable cost looks like this, lowest point. And the lowest point of average variable cost based on this average variable cost function, right? A in terms of A, B, and C. The formula is, this is the Q min that minimizes the average variable cost is minus B over 2C. Okay, what is B? What is that, right? Here. Minus B. Okay, so what are those? We're talking about this average variable cost function minus B over 2C. Okay, So B is negative 2.8, 2.8, put a parenthesis, there's a negative sign here too, divide by 2 times C, which is 0.2, negative times negative, positive, 2.8 divided by 2 times 0.2 is 0.4. If you do this division, it's going to be 7. So when you produce 7 units, you are producing at the lowest point of your average variable cost curve. Okay. Question 16. At Straker Industries, the average variable cost reaches its minimum value at... now we're going to plug in Q minimum, the minimum level, the level of output that makes average variable cost minimum. So you need to produce 7 units, right? And it's asking you to calculate average variable cost. Okay, so let's look at my average variable cost formula. So I need this formula. Let's copy this. Ooh, I'm doing something a little interesting. Let's see if it works. Let's see, it brings it down. I don't know. Oh, okay, it's bringing. This is genius. Okay, so we won't have to type everything. So let's delete this one. So average variable cost formula is this. Cool. We are actually gonna get rid of this one because that's not right. That's the total variable cost. Okay, average variable cost, but it's asking you to plug in 7 whenever you see Q. 43.4 minus 2.8 times 7 plus 0.2, 7 raised to the power 2. So this is 49. So this whole thing is going to be, if you calculate it, 49 times 0.2, 9.8, I believe. This is 2.8 times 7, negative 19.6, and 43.4. I hope I'm getting everything right. Let's pull a calculator. Okay, this is not working, but I calculated ahead of time and I find 33.6. Correct answer is B. Okay, so you just calculate these values. Okay, so question 17. All right, so let's clean this. Delete. Okay. If Straker Industries produces, question 17, 20 units of output, okay. What's the estimated average total cost? I need average total cost. Read the questions carefully. ATC. So average total cost is average variable cost plus average fixed cost. So I have the average variable cost formula, right? I'm just going to copy this. 43.4 minus 2.8 Q plus 0.2 Q raised to the power 2 plus I need average fixed cost. What was average fixed cost? Average fixed cost is, right, average total cost, sorry. That was wrong. Average fixed cost is total fixed cost divided by quantity. Okay, my brain always goes to the next step. That's why when I say the things that I'm doing, it actually helps me stay focused. Total fixed cost. Actually, I remember that we are given that information. 1,000 units here. Boom, boom. Total fixed cost is 1,000 units. 1,000. Divided by quantity 20. So average fixed cost is $50 here. So I'm going to add just 50 here. And simply plug in this 20 whenever I see Q. Okay, so 43.4 minus 2.8 times 20 plus 0.2 times 20 raised to the power 2 is 400 plus 50. So if you actually 43.4 minus 56 plus 80 plus 50, if you make this calculation, you're going to find 117.4. Correct answer is C. Last question asks me, if they produce 12 units, what's the short run marginal cost? We calculated it up here, the answer to the first question. So I'm going to simply copy this, copy, paste, and I'm going to move this. Okay, so this is a little tricky. Let's see if I can grab the whole thing. Let's try the lasso tool. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was strange. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite it. Spend my life on this. All right. SMC marginal cost formula. Let's write it here. 43.4 minus 5.6Q plus 0.6Q raised to the power 2. Okay. Now it's asking me to calculate marginal cost when this firm produces 12. So whenever I see Q, I'm going to plug in 12. Okay. 43.4 minus 5.6 times 12 plus 0.6, 12 raised to the power 2. Okay. 43.4 minus, what is this? 60, if you calculate 67.2 plus, this is 144. This is going to be 86.4. You add these up, you're gonna get 62.6. Correct answer is D. And this concludes this video. And in the next video, I'm going to go over questions 19, 20, 21, and 22.